Hi everyone. Today we will start with simple array problems. Finding the first largest element in an array. Second one is the second largest element in an array. I will start with the finding the first largest element in an array. So given the input array, so by seeing this, what can be the largest? The largest will be 35. In an interview, if the interview asks to find the first largest and second largest an element in an array, we should try to solve it in an optimized way with a single traversal. But we have to give them the two solutions. One is brute force and one is optimal solution. Now I'll start explaining the brute force solution. So first in the brute force solutions, what you can do is first you can sort an array using any sorting algorithm. Like let's take a quick sort. After sorting, the array will look like this, right? And so what you can do is so it will be in the ascending order, right? So the largest element will be at the end. So what you can do, you can just return the last element from an array. But we have to think about the time complexity of what this sorting algorithm can take. So for a quick sort, for any sorting algorithm, the time complexity will be O of n log n. In the upcoming videos, I will explain why quick sort takes O of n log n as a time complexity. For now, you keep it in your mind. The sorting algorithm takes O of n log n as a time complexity. So, which is quite big. Now we have to solve this and we have to solve this array. We have to solve this solution in a very less time complexity. So I will explain that. So the optimal solution I'll explain in the online editor. So yeah. So the input array will be something like this. Okay. So first let's take the largest element will be the yeah. I will try to code it here. I'll duplicate the tab and code it here. Let's take array as 2 comma 9 comma array of input 2 comma 9 comma 3 comma 11 comma 4 comma 1. Now what you can do, you can just now just think largest element will let's take the largest element array of 0 for the time being. Now will traverse an array from second element. Okay. Now what you can do, if array of I greater than largest, what you can do, just assign it to the largest. Okay. Now what you can do, you can just print the largest. So by seeing this, which is the largest? 11 is the largest. So we got the output as a 11. I hope it will be clear for everyone. Now we'll go with the yeah. Before to that, I will explain the time complexity for this. We are just traversing over n elements from an array. So the time complexity will be O of n, which is smaller than O of n log n. So this is the optimal solution for the finding largest element in an array. Now we'll go with the second largest element in an array. So by seeing this, what can be the second largest? Second largest will be the 34. I will explain the both brute force solution as well optimal solution for these two. So coming to the brute force solution. So given an input array will be something like this. So now what can be the what? So this is after sorting. After sorting. So same. After sorting means from till here the time complexity will be of n log n. So now what you can do? Just if it is something like 35, if it is just 35, you can just return the second largest element from an array. What if the both last two elements are same? Then you can't return the second largest element, which is 35. But 35 is not the second largest element. 34 is the second largest element. So first we have to take the largest element from an array. So array of the last element. Array of ln of array minus 1. For so you just iterate over an array from last to first. What you can do now, check whether the largest element is not, whether the array of I is not equal to largest. If it is not equal to largest, then you can just print that array and break from the loop. If I want to just show the output, see, we got 34, which is the second largest element from an array. But here for sorting, the time complexity will be of n log n, and for this it will be O of n. Total it will be O of n plus O of n log n. So which is quite large. Now we'll reduce that. So how we can reduce that? I'll explain the solution for that as well. Now let's take this is an array. Okay. Just assume. So if you see here, the second largest element from a problem, give an array of positive integers. So array contains only positive integers. So what can be the largest? Largest will be the 0, right? And the second largest will be the minus 1, for suppose. But if the second largest element does not exist, return the minus. So for the worst case, we are assigning that to the minus 1. So second largest will be minus 1. Now iterate from the first largest, like first element from an array. So while iterating, what you can check? First check whether the array of I is greater than largest. Okay, if array of I is greater than largest, then what you can do? Just assign that. Okay. Now, for suppose if array of I is not greater than largest, okay, but it might can be greater than second largest, right? So this is the check for that. So, and it shouldn't be equal to largest. Then you have to assign that to the second largest. So we check over all the iteration, like we check over the entire array, and you can just print the second largest element from an array. I'll make, I'll show you the dry run of this code. So what you can do here, the second largest will be the 34. So here by seeing this, what is the second largest? Second largest is 34. So we got the output as a 34. And here what can be the time complexity? Time complexity, we are just iterating over n elements from an array. So the time complexity will be O of n, which is less than O of n plus O of n log n. So the optimal solution for this is this one. I hope this will be clear for everyone. If not, please add your questions or queries in the comment section. Yeah. If you found this video helpful, please like the video and subscribe to the channel for more DSA practice. See you guys in the next video. Bye everyone. Thank you.